Hello. Hi. My name is Larry Fessenden, and I run a company called Glass Eye Picks. And we're very honored that Woodstock Film Festival has hosted our 35th anniversary celebration. So we've shown 3 movies at the festival. We showed Wendigo, and tonight we're showing Bitter Feast. And then tomorrow night we show a movie called Stakeland. All of them dystopic movies about the human condition. So that's what I get up to. I'm a producer. And tonight we're very excited to show a movie starring Josh Leonard, who we've just enjoyed his recent feature. So I would like to thank the festival for hosting us. And now I would like to bring on the director of Bitter Feast, the writer-director, Joe Maggio. And just a little backstory, I was given some money by a company to make some horror films, and I was going to make a very low-budget horror film, and I thought of my pal Joe, who is a great filmmaker who knows how to work with very, very humble means. And the only problem was Joe doesn't make horror films. So I said to Joe, hey, listen, man, I'm sure you have a dark side, and if you could give some thought to a storyline that would fit into the genre world, I would love for you to pitch me something. And he came up with the fabulous story that became Bitter Feast. I will let, anyway, we filmed upstate, as we often do. I love making movies up here. And it was a very humble production, which led to many things. My producing pal, Brent Kunkel, who is here tonight, in fact, married the boom operator, and they have their baby that they brought to the festival tonight. So that's the kind of family atmosphere we like, Glass Eye Picks. The production designer is here too. She's Beck Underwood, and she has a movie in the festival, an animated film, and so please look for that. It's on the online section of the festival. Beck did the art direction and the production design, and so we like to encourage the family atmosphere. So thanks to Woodstock, and now I give you, oh, so this, when did we make this movie, Joe?
2010, 2009?
2009, so we're showing some old pictures in celebration of 35 years Glass Eye Picks has been around. Okay, Joe, come on in and let's talk to Josh Leonard.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Should I come
Josh,
in?
come on in. Yes, yes. Yes, well, what Larry just said is all true, and we came up with, I came up with my version of what I thought was a horror story, and Larry helped me fashion the script, but then we had to cast, and around the time we were doing this, a great movie by, God, it just struck me, the late Lynn Shelton, Hump Day, that Joshua was in. And I said, boy, if we could get Joshua Leonard, that would be amazing. And somehow, Joshua agreed, and so here he is.
Okay, so in fairness, I think what actually happened is you guys said if we could get Mark Duplass, that would be really amazing. And Larry emailed Mark, and Mark said, I couldn't do it, but I think Josh is available.
I wanted
And so then you sent it to me.
The casting director wanted Mark Duplass. Joe wanted you.
Ixnay, Josh.
To which I was very happy to take seconds to Mark. And I really, it's such a cool script. And it was a really fun. I'd been a fan of Larry's movies for years, and then watched your first film.
That was my third film, Paper Covers Rock.
Paper Covers Rock. That was your third film, dude. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
But I watched Paper Covers Rock that you directed fairly shortly before this one, and just thought it was stunning.
You said it was a beautiful ellipses of a film.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
So pretentious and douchey.
No, no.
Sorry. I was really trying to get the job, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, and then James LeGros, it was like Larry and you and James LeGros, and I was like, that's such a killer team of men to go work with, and I was so excited, and I wish this was a Q&A that happened after the film, so I could talk about my experience actually making this film, but I can't, so. Fuck it.
Amy Simons, who's eclipsed all of us. is
And
in the
Amy
film.
Simons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, it was, go ahead.
And Mario Batali,
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
which doesn't age as well as some of the others.
Oh, boy.
We didn't know.
But it was a wonderful experience. I learned a lot. It was, I think, I teach now, and I always tell my students that it was the first film where I think I really learned the craft of directing. Because horror, making horror, you can't just wing it. You can't just put two actors in a room and hope that something happens. You've got to be very precise. You've got to have a plan. And so that it was a great education for me. And that was really my big focus. And then there was one scene in the basement, which you'll all see. We had Joshua chained up in the basement. And I was so...
I was chained up for a long time, yes. I was chained up for so many days by the neck.
That's true.
Yeah.
But there was something, it was when Amy first comes down, and for some reason it just wasn't working. And I was so focused on whether, like, all the technical aspects, and you took me aside and you said, let's just talk about the scene for a minute. What's really happening here? And I'll never forget. I was like, wow, it's true. That really is. It's about that as well. It's not just the technical aspects. It's about the relationships and really talking through and figuring these things out. So it was just wonderful making the film with you.
Thanks.
Well, now I
It was
want
really-
to say one more.
Come on, Larry. Larry Fessenden, everyone.
This is unrelated, and I might get COVID because of just jumping in. But I want to say that I've worked with Josh since. We made my film called Depraved, and similarly, we just had such a great time working together, and always Josh was like, let's do it 3 times in a row. So he's an instinctual director. I think you saw it from the film we just watched. It's a real pleasure to work with you, Josh, and happy that our paths have crossed here in fantastic Woodstock under a full moon. So thanks to everybody
Let's
for
make
being
more
here.
movies, guys.
Let's do it.
It's
All
really
right.
fun. Thank you, Woodstock Film Festival.
Yes, thank you. Woodstock has been a big supporter of all my films. Thank you very much. Is that it?
Thank you, yes, appreciate it.